Michael just turned 43. From the outside, his life looks stable. Job, car, house almost paid off. But every night, it's just him, a screen, and a calculator that never gives him peace. Because one question keeps coming back. Will I ever actually be free? He's not broke, not reckless, but after 20 years of work, he still feels stuck. If you've ever looked at your bank account and thought, I'm working hard, so why am I not moving forward? This is for you. Your 40s aren't the end. They're your financial turning point. But only if you avoid the 7 mistakes that keep people working forever. So what are we talking about today? We're breaking down 7 simple research-backed financial moves that can help you build real wealth in your 40s, reduce stress, and create freedom in your 50s and beyond. If you're between 38 and 52, earning a steady income, but feel like your money is always busy, yet never really growing, this is for you. And here's the key thing. You don't need a lottery win, a huge salary jump, or finance expertise. Just a few smart shifts at the right time. And that time is right now. Forget what you were taught about money. The rules have changed. Secret number 1, stop measuring income. Start measuring net worth. He thought salary growth meant success, but his life told a different story. Michael's been focused on his salary his entire career. He got 2 raises in 5 years and felt great, until he realized his net worth barely moved. Here's the shift. Your income is just water flowing through a pipe. Your net worth is the tank that fills up. If the tank has holes, lifestyle inflation, unused subscriptions, depreciating car payments, it doesn't matter how much water you pour in. Action step. Calculate your net worth today. Assets minus liabilities. Write it down, then track it every single quarter. That number, not your paycheck, is your real financial score. Secret number 2, build a boring emergency fund that feels like a superpower. Last winter, Michael's furnace died. $4,200. He put it on a credit card because his savings were earmarked for other things. That one unexpected expense set back his investment timeline by 4 months. People in their 40s need 6 to 9 months of expenses liquid and accessible. Not invested, not tied up, just sitting there. Boring, quiet, and powerful. Because when life throws a curveball, and it will, you want options, not panic. Think of your emergency fund not as money you're wasting by not investing, but as the insurance policy that keeps your entire financial plan intact. Secret number 3, catch-up contributions are your cheat code. Here's something most people in their 40s don't know. Once you hit 50, the IRS lets you contribute extra to retirement accounts. But you don't have to wait until 50 to get aggressive. Michael had been contributing just enough to get his employer's 401k match. Good, but not enough. When he bumped his contributions by just 4%, he barely noticed the difference in his take-home pay. But his retirement projections changed dramatically over 15 years. If you have a Roth IRA, now is the time to prioritize it. Tax-free growth in your 40s means tax-free income in your 60s. That's not just smart. That's a gift to your future self. All right, stop. Take a breath. Because everything we've covered so far, that was the warm-up. What I'm about to share next is where most people in their 40s make the biggest mistakes, and where you're about to make the biggest gains. This is the part of the video you're going to want to screenshot and come back to. Secret number 4, your home equity is a tool, not a trophy. Michael has built up solid equity in his home. That's great, but he treats it like a painting on the wall, something to admire, not use. That's a mistake. Home equity can be strategically accessed through refinancing, HELOCs, or simply by being part of your overall wealth plan. Now, this doesn't mean borrow against your house recklessly. It means understand what you have and include it intentionally in your financial picture. People who build serious wealth in their 40s treat every asset as part of a system, not separate buckets. Your house, your retirement accounts, your income, all connected, all working together. Secret number 5, design your lifestyle before lifestyle designs you. Michael got a $12,000 raise 2 years ago. His savings rate didn't change. Not because he's irresponsible, but because expenses quietly expanded to meet income. New streaming services, more dining out, a gym membership he uses twice a month. The antidote? Intentional spending design. Sit down and decide in advance what you want your money to do. What brings you real joy? What's just background noise? Then, automate the savings and invest the difference before you see it. Rich people aren't people who earn more. They're people who let less leak out. Here's a question worth sitting with. If your income disappeared tomorrow, how long could you survive on what you've built? 30 days? 6 months? Indefinitely? Your answer tells you everything. Secret number 6, get a second brain. Hire a fee-only financial advisor. Not someone who earns commission from selling you products. A fee-only fiduciary. Someone legally required to act in your best interest he didn't know existed. Michael thought advisors were only for rich people, but a single 2-hour session helped him find $400 a month in tax inefficiencies he didn't know existed. That's $4,800 a year that's now working for him instead of disappearing into the system. You don't need to hand over control of your money. You just need an expert perspective, especially in your 40s, when the decisions you make now have 20-year consequences. Secret number 7, protect what you've built. Insurance is not optional. Michael hasn't reviewed his life insurance policy since he first bought it in his 30s. His coverage is now too low for his actual income. And he has no long-term disability insurance, which statistically is the most underinsured risk for people in their 40s. Here's the truth. One serious illness or injury without proper coverage can wipe out years of smart financial moves in months. Review your coverage every 2 to 3 years. Make sure your term life, disability, and, if applicable, umbrella insurance match your current life, not the life you had a decade ago. By the time Michael applied just 4 of these 7 moves, something changed. Not overnight, but steadily. His net worth started climbing. His anxiety around money started dropping. And for the first time in years, he felt like his 40s were an advantage, not a countdown. Your 40s are not too late. They are exactly right. You have income, experience, and enough time for smart decisions to compound into real security. But only if you start. Not next month, not when things calm down. Now. Here's your one action step for today. Write down your net worth. Just that. Assets minus debts. One number. It will tell you exactly where to focus first. If this video gave you even one idea worth acting on, hit the like button and subscribe. We publish straightforward personal finance content every week. No hype, no get-rich-quick promises, just real strategies for real people building real financial lives. See you in the next one.